In this video, we are going to see how we can treat the bad debts in QuickBooks Online. The transaction is of 17th January, which says Mr. Walter didn't pay the due amount, thus treated as bad debts. So customer had some pending balances against the invoices that we are unable to receive. Maybe the customer went bankrupt or ran away. So we want to charge this as an expense and close this invoice and close the customer balances as well. Just remember that bad debt can be treated from the journal entry as well, but that will not close the open invoices for Mr. Walter. So that is our main concern. That's why the procedure is a little bit complex, but it will do the job. Now, because in QuickBooks Online, there is no direct treatment to enter the bad debts. So what we will do is we have to work around. I'll just go to the accounting tab and click on chart of accounts to make sure, first of all, we have the bad debt account. So just write bad debts in the filters, and we don't have it. No, we don't have it. I'll just scroll down to check it once, and we don't have it in our list. So what I'll do is I'll just create a new one from the top right corner, click on new, name the account as bad debts. Account type, I'll select it as expenses, and it's a bad debt. Detail type, I'll set it to bad debt. In the description, I'll just copy and paste the same name and click save. And after that, we need to associate this to a service. So for that, we will click on the inventory and click on products and services. Now I know it sounds different, but we will create a new item and this will be a service. Just because we are going to create the service item, that will be reflected as a credit memo, and that's how you can deal with the bad debts. So I'll explain you in a while. So bad debts, I'll just write here. Item type is service, SKU. I'll just leave all the things as it is. In the income account, it will be connected to bad debts. So after that, just save and close. And now what we can do is just click on the sales, and either you can search for invoices or otherwise just click on the plus sign at the top and just select a credit memo in the customer section. I'll select Mr. Walter here, Mr. Walter, and the date of the document is 17th of January. Credit memo number is mentioned. You can also mention credit note here. And now here we will select the products or service as bad debts. I'll just write here bad debts as well. Or otherwise what we can do is just copy this whole narration right here. Let's leave quantity and rate as it is and just directly mention the amount, which is 17,800. How it went to 17,800? Walter has some balance at the starting, which is 15,000. And we have sold something to Mr. Walter as well during the month. So 15,000 plus 2,800 is 17,800. So 17,800, and scroll down a little bit where we can mention the message displayed on the credit memo. If you want to write any kind of description message displayed on the statement, you can mention all of this. Now just save this, or you can just click on this arrow sign and click on save and close. If we now go to the customer section and click on the customer and select that specific customer, Walter, as we can see that we had an opening balance. As we can see, it had an opening balance of 15,000 and during the year transaction is 2,800. So the unapplied credit memo is 17,800. So the overall balance of the customer is now 0. But as you can see, it still shows unapplied, overdue and overdue. So what we are going to do is just click on this receive payments and just choose Walter here. And as you can see, it automatically identified all the associated transactions, that is invoice during the period, invoice at the start of the month, which is the opening balance, and the credit memo. It is all checked and the total amount is 0. Amount to be received is 0 because we are not receiving any kind of payment. This is just to close the invoices against each other. And after that, when we record and close, you will notice that still it's showing 0, but on the status, we can see applied, close, and paid, and it's not showing anything like overdue or any kind of open balance summary. On the top, even you will notice that the summary in the opening balance is 0 and overdue payment is also 0. So that's how we not only settle but properly close the account of Mr. Walter. So now we want to see the results, and click on reports and click on standard reports, and just go to sales and customer section, or you can go to who owes you. I want to extract account receivable aging summary. Just go in here and we can see now the customer is not shown. It's totally closed and it's not showing anything in the AR aging summary. And also we can check the reports and click on standard reports and extract the profit and loss account just to make sure how the bad debts reflects in the accounts. And as we can see in the expenses section, we have the bad debts recorded right here. That if we want to see or drill down, just click on this figure and you should be able to see the details about it. Once you click it again, it will take you to the original credit memo from where you entered this bad debt. So that's how we can deal with this bad debts transaction in QuickBooks. Just try this by yourself and I'll see you in the next one.